Hey guys, it's Jared, and today I'm going to get in a couple updates. The big thing first, of course, is that next week I'll be doing the major update on the diet, how it's working out, how healthy am I feeling, have I lost any weight, things like that. So we'll get into that next week. It's been almost a full month of that so far that I've been on the diet, so the big update will be next Monday. Second thing I want to get into is that lately I've been trying to build a kit for some fun stuff, and I decided to do a little searching on Amazon with Listmania and was searching for zombie survival kits, and I decided to base my entire vlog today off of a zombie survival kit. And a lot of the problems that I'm seeing online is that I don't think people really understand what they're building when they're building a kit for a zombie survival, let alone the questions that have to be asked based on the kit. What kind of zombies are you going to be dealing with? Are you dealing with the original Romero zombies where they're super slow, really dumb kind of zombies? Or are we looking at Day of the Dead zombies, or the more recent zombie flicks on TV or on movie theaters where there's like supernatural, super fast, nasty zombies? Or are we talking about the Walking Dead zombies? They're slow movers, but they hear almost everything. You know, it's going to depend on the degradation of the body and what, you know, is what kind of zombies are we facing? I mean, that's the big question. The reason why I ask this is because it seems like everybody's throwing everything into a kit and assuming it would be handled for all kinds of zombies, and that's truly, I don't feel, the case. The reason why I say this is because if you're facing a form of the Walking Dead zombie, then they're less inept because of their hearing. They're going to hear so much more, but they don't see and react as fast. So if you've got a guy a mile away shooting his handgun at a zombie, you're attracting all other zombies within that radius of a mile, anything that can hear it, and they're going to start moving toward where that sound came from. That to me is a problem, because almost every kit I'm seeing online, even though it's with Listmania, you know, people are still listing airsoft guns, which are going to represent, of course, owning another gun, a real gun, as opposed to the airsoft ones. So people are automatically going to get themselves in a whole lick of trouble because you're bringing in more zombies towards your location with the sound. So kits like that, to me, more should have a crossbow or a bow and arrow, and more hand-to-hand melee weapons, such as knives, swords, baseball bat, whatever you want to use. So one of my biggest gripes, of course, has been that people are just loading their kits down with handguns or shotguns, sniper rifles, assault rifles, doesn't matter what it is. They're assuming that people are going to just be okay with a kit like that. Again, it's going to depend on your kind of zombie. And again, most people can't afford that kind of protection. A lot of people can't go out and just spend $400 or $500 on a smaller handgun, let alone $800–900 on a good rifle. Even a Walmart special shotgun is like $250 and up. So a lot of people can't afford that. So again, depending on your kind of zombie and what your budget is, it may not be the way you want to go. The other thing that I wish I was seeing more, and I am seeing it now in more recent kits, is people seem to be adding more swords into their kits, which is a good idea, but what a lot of people don't realize is you don't have to spend $300–400 on a katana to have a really reliable weapon. Most people think that you see that big giant fat price tag sitting on the front, oh, $400, it's got to be good. That's not always the case, let alone you can get something that's cheaper that will have the same effect as long as you maintain it. And the big thing with maintaining a katana is having a good whetstone to sharpen the blade with constantly, and also having a good oil kit, being able to oil the sword after you whetstone it, so that it maintains the strength and longevity of the sword. So as long as you maintain your weapon, as long as you keep it, you know, under good condition, it'll last for a long time. So instead of buying that $400 katana sitting on a site, you can go on Amazon. There's swords for $60 that are carbon steel. They may not last as long as a standard full good steel sword, but if you maintain it, the life of the weapon will still be good. So that's not, to me, my kit does actually have a cheaper katana because it's usable. Another big thing is having standard knives that you want to have a good full tang, not a folding, because I don't think the mechanism on a folding blade will be good for a long period of time. So you always want a standard sturdy knife. So some of the other kits I'm seeing too is that I don't think people know which direction they're going in. So you'll have people that are like, well, let's throw this generator into this kit and do this stuff. And it depends on the circumstances the person's looking at. Are you planning on holding up in your location? Are you planning on moving from your location a lot? Because depending on which option you go with is going to really depend on what kind of equipment you're going to need. If you're going to have an on-the-road kit, it's going to depend on your vehicle too. You can't just use a small sedan car and think you're going to be okay. You're actually going to have to use either an SUV or a truck because of the terrain that you may be facing, let alone the bodies that are going to be strewn all over the roads. So that's one big thing. And then if you're staying at a location, the power will eventually get cut off. So you're going to have another source of power, whether that be by generator and solar power. If by generator, you're going to have a source of electricity or fuel for that generator. So you're going to have plenty of jerry cans for the generator. So these are certain things I've been coming across. I don't think people are making their kits realistically. So over the next couple days, I'm going to spend a little time and do a breakdown kit with multiple pages. Essentially, the first page will be weaponry for silence, weaponry for whatever zombie, equipment, food, if you're going to be on the road or if you're going to be at home. So it's going to be a bunch of pages. I'm going to put them together. I'm going to link them down on the below, and I'll hopefully get a good list for you guys built. So again, next week, I will have the dietary update done for the vlog, and I'll have some more updates on some other things, but I just felt like getting the whole zombie list thing off my chest today. So thanks guys for listening, thanks for tuning in, and have a wonderful, wonderful Monday.